Thank you very much for staying here with us on Pulse. It's time for sport, and I'll take you into something you may not have noticed. Well, you may be a fan of the English Premier League. Of course, you may be a fan of the traditional Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, or Liverpool. But away from that, some clubs have tried over the years and have invested resources in making themselves the fifth force, or probably the third force, the proverbial one at that everybody can reckon with. Now, a lot of these resources go into buying material for technical, and also for material playing on the football pitch. So we want to look at the story of Tottenham Hotspurs, who now have Italian Antonio Conte in their fold. Now, following the exit of Argentine, Mauricio Pochettino, who took them all the way to a final of the UEFA Champions League, there was the expectation that the next few managers would go one notch higher. But it sure hasn't been a very easy one at that. We want to take a look at Antonio Conte at Tottenham Hotspurs and how the journey has gone so far. What he may probably not be getting right, even though he still has a fine core of the same set of players that were used by the likes of Mauricio Pochettino to achieve what he achieved before leaving. Here with me in studio, as usual, is Joy Sports' Joel Botte, who's been taking a close look at this situation at Tottenham Hotspurs. How are you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Well, let's get into this story. I mean, the Italian recorded massive success with Chelsea, as their manager. He also did same in his homeland in Italy, in the Italian Serie A, and on the stage of the UEFA Champions League. Now, he's looking forward to doing this with Tottenham Hotspurs, but it looks like in recent match days, things have not exactly gone the way you'd want them to. What could be the problems?
If you look at the history of Tottenham, they've gone 15 straight years without a trophy.
Very well.
Antonio Conte has been one manager that is known for winning trophies wherever he's been.
Very well.
At least a trophy. He's been to Inter Milan, won a Scudetto, been to Chelsea, won a Premier League in his first season. And the numbers are there. But if you look at Tottenham's situation, after Pochettino left, they got Mourinho to come in. Mourinho got them to a final, but wasn't able to get them to cross that hurdle. They sacked in and went in for an interim manager who was once with the club. After that, they got the opportunity of bringing in Nuno, who had a good record with Wolves.
Nuno Espirito Santo, yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
So when Nuno came in, the expectation was higher for Nuno because they gave him whatever he needed. If it was signings, they got it for him. And the belief was that Nuno was the kind of manager that would have the feel of Pochettino, because Pochettino was not popular before coming into Spurs, and same with Nuno. So giving Nuno the opportunity for a bigger club might give him that exposure to get or do much more than he did for Wolves. Now, Nuno wasn't able to achieve that in his first 4 months and was sacked. Now it brings us to Antonio Conte. Conte is a manager, as I said earlier, that is known for winning trophies, and that is what Tottenham are looking for. That's one trophy to break that drought. But unfortunately, that is Conte has made reference to the fact that the players he has at the moment are lacking two things: mental toughness and effectiveness. These two things are things that have followed Tottenham over the years, and Pochettino was able to get players that could suit them to get them to the final. But after that, the players could not break that record, could not get to that stage, and that's where we are right now. So Antonio Conte has a lot of work to do mentally on those players.
Now, you have, for instance, let me just zero in on the front line. So you have a Son Heung-min there, you have a very experienced Harry Kane there, who is always amongst the top runners when it comes to scoring goals every other season, at least in the last 4 to 5 seasons. Now, is there so much work, like so much of workload to be done on players like these who have seen the highest points of achievement of Tottenham Hotspurs?
So this is where I find the problem. It's not a Hurricane or a Heung-min Son, but it's the Emerson Royals, the Dyers, the Højbjergs that need the working on. Because if you look at Tottenham at the moment, they're having problems defensively. They've conceded a lot of goals this season. And it's been a big problem for them, looking at the way Tottenham are looking to play. 5-back is one that is known to hold a lot of defensive solidity. and also help with the wide areas in attack. So if you have such a formation and you have such a coach who is known for effectiveness and decisiveness up top, you then question the people at the back that what are they doing to hold the team up when they are building up top. In reference to that, if you look at Tottenham this season, Conte came in, as I said, 4 months. They came after Nuno's 4 months, and Spurs lost 4 players in the summer, 4 first-team players, but were not able to bring in the players that could replace them, and this is where the problem was. So I believe that Tottenham are struggling with the players and the mental toughness and the quality of players they have currently.
Well, on match day 18, we're going to have Everton play Tottenham, and that will be a Monday fixture. Quick projections into that game?
That game, I find it a very tough one because Everton struggled. They didn't struggle, but they were unfortunate against Manchester City. And they are currently fighting for relegation. They're fighting against relegation because they are close to the relegation zone, if not there. So facing Tottenham, who are also having this difficulty at the moment and inconsistency, is something that Lampard can look to thrive on and capitalize on for his side, his new side, who are playing very well under him. So we would have to see how that works out. I believe it's going to be a draw, but I'm tipping it's being made by fine margins, a game decided by fine margins.
Okay, a game to be decided by fine margins. This is according to Joy Sports' Joel Bolte. Let's see if all of that comes through. We're looking forward to seeing how well the Merseyside club are able to hold their own against Tottenham Hotspurs in the coming weekend. Of course, it's actually next week. It's a Monday fixture. So maybe the Conte magic could just work. That's it for your sport. There's more later this evening when we bring you the major bulletin at 8:30 p.m. In the meantime, click on the sports page of myjoyonline.com for more. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and I have love for sport.